Hello. Hi. Welcome, YouTube family. If you've come back, thanks for coming back. And if you're new, I am Texas Beach Mom or Mama Robin, whichever you prefer. And it is Watts Wednesday. And I have to tell y'all, I wasn't sure what I was going to do this video on because, as I've said before, it's kind of getting hard to do. Well, there isn't new stuff. But there kind of is. I was watching some older videos from Crime Catalyst. I recommend her videos. I really do. She explains things very differently than most people. But she was talking about how NK, Tricky Nikki, was into dark magic or dark arts. The problem that I have with her video is she kept using the word Wicca, and Wicca is not a dark art. But the other examples that she used were examples of dark magic or dark arts. But she was talking about rituals and sunflowers. Sunflowers are used a lot in magic and spells, and they are. So she was talking a lot about that, and she was talking about various other things. And that may have played a part in why Chris killed his family. Because none of us want to believe he did it, but he did. And most of us don't believe he did it for a woman he knew 6 weeks. I believe she was the catalyst. Like I said a million times. I believe she was a catalyst at the very minimum. I don't know if they practiced voodoo or hoodoo or black magic or anything, or she did that with Chris. I know that she had a spiritual, sexual guide, old man person that she talked to, and she did things with. And maybe she did, practice, dark magic and whatnot. It wasn't Wicca, because as I've said before, Wicca is not a dark art or a dark magic. But there are others out there that are similar to Wicca. They follow along some of the same beliefs as Wiccans. But because they do delve into dark arts or dark magic, they're not true Wicca. One of the first rules of Wicca is harm none. Like, harm no one. First rule, harm none. Harm no one. She screwed that up right up, if she is Wiccan, and I don't think she is, but if she is, she's already screwed herself over. Like I said, one of the first rules, or if not the first rule in Wicca, is harm none. And over her life, she's already harmed or taken part of harming several people. The second rule in Wicca is if you do harm another, it will come back to you in threefold. If you harm another person that also happens to be Wiccan, it's supposed to come back to you tenfold. So if she is Wiccan and she harmed those kids or helped harm those kids or Shanann, she's already in trouble. One of the other things about her, she was saying Crime Catalyst was implying it was Wicca, which again, I'm going to defend that part. I'm not saying that she didn't practice something, because I don't know, I wasn't there. But one of the other things is that Crime Catalyst hinted on was that maybe she used some sort of love spell or a spell of some sorts to get Chris and to get him that interested in her over a 6-week time period. Again, that's possible. And yeah, there are love spells and love potions in Wicca, just like there are in other forms of supernatural or other types of religions. But one of the other rules in Wicca is you're not supposed to do any type of spell or magic that's going to interfere with, what's the words I'm looking for? We're supposed to not interfere with free will. You're not supposed to do anything that interferes in free will. So if she did cast a spell, quote unquote spell, on Chris the prick with a toothpick dick, if she did cast a spell on him, she, may have, it would have changed his free will. Apparently, it changed his free will. So if that's another case where she broke, if she is Wiccan, she broke that rule as well. That's 3 rules she broke right off the bat. Harm none. Well, actually, 2 of them are rules. Harm none is one of them. And like I said, if you do happen to harm someone, that is supposed to come back on you 3-fold. And if they happen to be another Wiccan, it's supposed to come back on you 10-fold. So that was one. And the second rule she broke was don't influence free will. Which, if she cast a love spell, if she cast one directly on him, she influenced free will. If that is in fact what happened. If that is in fact that they only did date for 6 weeks. I don't buy they only dated for 6 weeks. As I've said before, and I'll keep saying, I believe that she met him a long time ago, or at least seen him and knew kind of who he was, because she was Googling him and Shanann about a year before they met. So, I think she either ran into him at the gym when he was working out at the gym and liked what she saw and started Googling him and Shanann. Or it is possible, another possible theory on that one, is that maybe she was watching Shanann's live streams, her Facebook videos, and saw Chris in the background and went, ooh la la, I like that. This is what I want. This is what I'm going to have. Because she seems like that type of person. So, with those 2 things being said, if she is Wiccan, she's already broke major rules. And I just don't think she is. I'm not saying that she doesn't practice some sort of something, because I don't know her, really don't want to know Tricky Nikki. No desire to know her. And then I caught a little bit, maybe an hour of a live stream the other night of Kelly from What's the Obsession. Caught about an hour of it, because she was talking about how she had bombshell information that no one has, and da-da-da-da. So it made me watch. I didn't watch very much of it. I didn't even catch it from the beginning. I watched about an hour of it. But what I did catch her talking about, and I thought I would spring on this for a second, was in one of the interviews with Tricky Nikki. I can't remember who it is. Like I said, I really wasn't paying that much attention. But in one of her police interviews, somebody said something to her, we know you're not an eyewitness. And that supposedly is part of the bombshell information that they did confirm she's not an eyewitness. They either said that to her, and if that's what she's talking about as being bombshell information, or at least part of it. First of all, they might have said that to her just to put her at ease so she would say something. Or they may actually know that she wasn't an eyewitness. Now, if she wasn't an eyewitness, that means she did not kill anybody. Or she didn't watch them being killed. But I still think she participated. Because I think she's the one that buried Shanann. Because as I've stated before, 1,000 times before, and I'll continue to state, according to Dylan's book, what Chris told him was that after he killed Shanann, he called Tricky Nikki, and she said, I'll be there in a minute. And she told him to take the kids to work with her and dispose of the kids. And according to him, what he told Dylan, he said to her, well, Shanann's still in the house. She's dead and she's still in the house. And Tricky Nikki said, well, I'll get someone to get her out. So that could have been where Jim comes into play. I don't know. But Anyway, so if that's the bombshell information that she wasn't an eyewitness, first of all, that's not bombshell information. It's helpful. And again, we don't know their intention for saying that. They might have said that to her to put her at ease so that she would say something. Or maybe, like I said, they do believe she wasn't an eyewitness. But at the very minimum, she was there after the fact. So, if your bombshell information is that she wasn't there, and your proof is because the police don't think she was an eyewitness, most of us kind of already know that. Like, you either know that because you believe she's innocent, or you know that because she may not have participated in the killings directly. Either way, she's not an eyewitness. I wish I knew somebody from Vivint, the security camera thing. That would be cool, because I'd see what kind of information I could get from that person. But yeah, go check out Crime Catalyst. She has a lot of videos, and I think she does a very good job of explaining things more closely to the facts, or what the facts probably are. Um, I Amber does for the most part too. I've said before, but I still can't wrap my brain around the explosion theory. I just can't. I've tried. I've tried. And as much as I'm not a fan of Kelly's or WTO, she did admit that she doesn't go for that explosion theory either. So that's the one thing her and I have in common. Even if we have nothing else in common, that is the one thing we have in common. Is we can't wrap our little brains around that explosion theory. I think it's just too complex. So yeah, Crime Catalyst talks about dark forces and spells, and the possibility that if they did only know each other for 6 weeks, the possibility that Tricky Nicky used some sort of magic love spell to get Chris's attention and to make it as intense as it was over in a short 6-week time span. And he talks about dark forces. So we've talked about the fact that he may be on drugs, because he did mention very directly two very specific things: ice cream, which is methamphetamines, and lollipops, which was fentanyl lollipops. So there's the drug aspect. And if there's also the dark forces aspect. And it's possible they were involved in both the dark forces and the drugs. It had to have been a wild ride. So yeah, go check out Crime Catalyst. Go to her page. Go check her out. I can't not remember the exact video where she talks about the dark forces that Chris might have been referring to. I can't remember the name of the video, but what I do believe I'm going to try to do when I go to upload this, I will try to put a link in the description so that you can go directly to her page and you can go directly to watch her videos, because I think she does a phenomenal job. So there's that. If I forget and I don't put a link in, call me out in the comments. Say, Mama, I need that link. Put that link in. And I can go back and I can edit that link in. But it's Crime Catalyst. She's very good. I think she's talented. She has a lot more subscribers than I do, or probably ever will. Now, she's not on the upper levels like Amber or Kelly, but she's good, like she should be. I'd say one of the best ones besides Real Killers is Plunder. Plunder always does a very good job, but so does Crime Catalyst. I strongly recommend you check her out. And again, like I said, I will try to remember to put a link in the description. If I can't, call me out in the comments, and I'll go back and fix it. So yeah, that's a short video because, like I said, I was kind of all over the place. I wasn't sure what I wanted to talk about today. I did want to touch on the dark forces theory, and I also want to talk on the theory of, well, the police know she was, that Tricky Nikki wasn't an eyewitness, and maybe she wasn't an eyewitness to the actual crime. Maybe she was just an eyewitness to the aftermath, you know. You can't convince me she's not in there somewhere. Like, you can't do it. But other than that, because like I said, I didn't have a lot, I want everybody to have a beautiful, blessed day. Oh, and I did not do a live stream Friday. We did not get the hurricane. I think that hit closer to Louisiana. But we did have a lot of rain and storms. And my power was spotty Friday and Saturday both. Um, it wasn't ever completely gone, but it was pretty spotty. And I didn't trust it to hold up for a live stream. So I will be getting back into my live streams on Friday, and I think I'm going to go ahead and continue with the Lady Bird Lake deaths, because I just feel like that's a lot of accidental drownings to happen over 21 months. Like 13 people have died in 21 months. That's one every couple of months. It's a lot of accidental drownings, and their excuse is, well, it's easy exit points, and they could have just staggered into the lake. They were drunk, they drowned. If it was just a few, I'd be okay with that. Not okay with them drowning, but okay with that theory that they were just drunk. I just don't buy it that many people are dying in that short of span, and just within certain time frame, like from 20, like late of 21, early 22 to now, 13 people. 12 of those were men. Only one woman, and one of them was a homicide. So I don't know. That's why I'm talking about on Friday night. So that wraps up today's Watch Wednesday. I didn't have much. It's just really hard to come up with new stuff on this. But I will be doing a live stream Friday, and I hope that some of you catch it. And if you don't catch it, I hope you are part of the replay crew. You catch it later. And with that being said, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Even if you did not your favorite, but whatever, go ahead and hit it anyway, please, because it is a free and simple way to help the channel grow. And as the channel grows, we grow more as a community. We grow more as a family. If you did enjoy it, make sure and subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that little bell notification so you know when I'm posting. I mean, most of you that watch me know that I post on Wednesdays, so. But it will let you know when there's a live stream going or something. But I want everybody to take care of themselves. Be kind to yourself. Make smart choices. Be kind to each other. If you were involved in the hurricane in any way, or if friends or family involved, my heart goes out to you. So are my prayers. And other than that, if you have a birthday or something, happy birthday. Everybody do well. All right? Have a beautiful, blessed day. And I will see some of you on Friday.